Kane, Spinorama scores! Patrick Kane! Oh, dear.
Outlet pass for Rick Nash. Nash now tries to split the defense and walk in. Nice move. Another nice move. He scored. What a goal. It doesn't get any better than this.
As he plays to the point, instead, he works his way back free. Granlund fires, score!
Hello and welcome to the Puck Drops Here podcast. I'm your host, John Crawford, along with my brother Howie here for episode 4 for season 4. Howie, how are you this week?
Guten Morgen, Johnny.
Wie geht's?
Was bitte?
Im Boot.
Last long weekend. Next week is going to be even longer.
Really?
Yeah, because they adjusted my schedule at my night job, so I'm working. I won't Monday, Tuesday off. So I'm off tonight, so that means I'm going to work Sunday through Sunday.
My work has been kind of crazy. They're remodeling our office, so everything's just upside down. Everybody's sharing desks.
Fires and stuff hanging down, and
oh yeah, it's pretty bad right now. It's pretty torn up. So we'll see when I go in on Sunday night what it looks like.
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Other than that, everybody's doing all right.
See, Chart looks rather happy today.
Yeah, he's happy. We're doing the Pacific Division today, so which I struggled with all week. Again, another struggle week with this booking thing. But before we get into all that, Howie, do you have any hockey news?
Only thing I had were there's trade rumors are just starting to pop up now that everyone's kind of getting back to work, I guess, sort of.
Right.
No real specifics, but all I've heard, I know Winnipeg is shopping Trouba because he wants to get out of there. No word as far as what teams have made any interest in him, but I've read articles where writers try to, he'd be a good fit here or a good fit there, but that's about it. But nothing official. Other than that, the only other, I know Anaheim is looking to get rid of a significant contract. They won't say who, but I know they want to free up cap space, and they are speaking with, from what I know, several Eastern Conference teams. And also, I saw the Kings are possibly shopping Carter.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
And that's about all that I've seen so far.
Right. Well, I had a couple things. I had the World Cup of Hockey has ended, so congratulations to Team Canada. They won the best of 3 series. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. What I really liked about the tournament wasn't really the tournament itself, but it was the opportunity that it gave some of the younger players to play on some of these NHL teams in the preseason. Gave them a little bit more ice time and gave them maybe a little bit more look from the coaches. Those guys trying to make teams. So that was kind of cool. So it was interesting. It's been interesting to watch some of the games I've seen. I've seen the younger players play. Some pretty dirt good, man. The other thing I wanted to bring up, which I know it's still a year away, was the Vegas thing and the expansion draft and how that's all going to work. And I was just reading an article this morning about it, and who it's going to protect, who it's not going to protect, and it really doesn't protect too many of your players.
No, and that's how they wanted it. They wanted them so that so the expansion teams come out of the gate competitive.
Right.
I mean, they're gonna have a decent team.
Right. So each of the current teams will be able to protect 7 forwards and 3 defensemen and 1 goalie, or 8 skaters and 1 goalie.
Yeah.
That's not very many, man.
No,
You know, that's
and
not very many.
that's how they wanted it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
So it says here, so Vegas will choose 14 forwards and 9 defensemen and 3 goalies. So the 30 NHL teams will have
See,
to,
which it just popped in my mind. Which that makes, I can see now why Minnesota picked up Stalock, because they could hang on to him, because then they'll protect Dubnyk, which will free up Kemper and Stalock. So even if one of them goes, they're still
well, and that could be the
left
thought
with a
behind that.
Yeah, and
Right.
they're still left with a solid backup. And then if
Right.
you get, once the draft is over, then they could decide, okay, let's trade one of them.
Right. So, and that's probably why we're seeing some of that. Why did they have that?
Right.
So the
Yeah.
30 teams, they have to submit their protected list by 5 o'clock on June 17th of next year. And then Vegas has to submit their expansion draft selections by June 20th at 5 p.m. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy off season next year. Excuse me. So I just thought that was interesting. Vegas is going to come out very competitive right off the bat. And
Yeah, the other thing I'm watching is I'm watching for, I guess maybe we should do, I don't know, maybe weekly updates depending on how active it is. As far as possible celebrity coaches for the NHL.
yeah, because we got
So one I'm watching for this week is Skeeter from Saved by the Bell. Let's see if he can make the cut.
Wow. I'm still going for Cousin Oliver. I want him. I think he can really add.
Carrot Top's got to be in that running too.
Well, he was in the running last year. He's
Well,
out.
yeah, that's true.
So-
Well, yeah, that's true. See, I think what we need to do is come up with a list of celebrities and then have the audience choose who they want. And then we could submit those suggestions to the NHL.
Okay, yeah. Who do we want to see? Let's see. Yeah, we'll get the fans to vote who they want to see behind the bench.
So maybe we should do that. So here's who the fans want to see. They want to see Skeeter from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
See the guy that played Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah, Mr.
Slow boat to China. I don't even know who the hell that was.
Or Jody from Family Affair.
Yeah, there you go.
I think he's dead. I don't know.
No, he's still alive, I think.
Really? I don't know.
I think it's just Buffy who's dead.
Oh, Buffy.
Buffy's dead. She committed suicide.
Oh. Wow.
Well, and JJ from Good Times.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he could be.
him
Yeah,
out
he could
there
be
too.
good. Yeah, he could be good. All right, let's get into our what we are here to do, and that's to make our picks for the Pacific Division.
All right.
All right. So you went first last week, so I'm going to go first this week. Starting from number 7 and working our way up to number 1. First of all, this one, Howie, I made like 5 lists this week, and I got tired of doing it. It was just really hard. I didn't think it was going to be as hard as the Central Division, but it was. Part of the reason is because my favorite team is in the division, and I was trying not to be biased. And the other teams I hate, so I want them to do really bad.
I kind of struggled with it, but not as much as I did with the Central Division. But I think the top 4 is what gave me trouble.
Same here. I think my number 7 here is a solid number 7. They added some names to their list. I don't think they really have done enough to compete in the division. I don't know. Even their goaltender, he's good, but it's all gonna. They don't have any solid backup goaltending. But I don't know. I have picked Vancouver Canucks as my number 7.
My number 7 was I think it was a couple years ago, where they were my surprise team, which you could not. You were, I don't know, surprised at where I put them, and they actually proved themselves to what my thinking was. And I think my thinking is right along yours on this one. I have Vancouver at the bottom. I think they're getting old too.
Yeah, they haven't been really. They're trending downward. They're not. I don't know. They just haven't done anything to improve. All right, Howie, you're number 6.
My number 6. I don't even know how to describe them. I mean, they're.
I already know who you picked.
I mean, I guess they're good, but they're just every year those link teams. You don't know whether where they're at or not.
Yeah.
Because they're so tied up in arena controversies constantly and everything, and financial controversies, and I don't know. I still don't see them being there too much longer. I got Arizona at number 6.
Arizona at number 6. I too have Arizona at number 6. They could be number 7, but you know what? They have got Shane down, so that's about all I really see. They've got Shane down. Arizona, yeah, number 6. My number, is it my turn? Yeah, my number 5 team. these bottom three are the bottom three, and the rest were really hard for me.
Yeah, I would.
They didn't add a lot of stuff to their team. They did add another backup goaltender this year. I don't know if he's going to be there. I guess he will be behind Talbot, but they added Gustafson. I don't know. I don't think they've got enough here to compete with the top four. And I have the Edmonton Oilers as number 5.
And I too have Edmonton at number 5.
Oh man,
They just have not really. I don't know. It's just. I mean, I don't. Well, I think the trade of Hall was stupid. I think in my mind, I think they got ripped off in that trade. But other than that, I mean, yeah, they picked up Lucic and but I don't think they have enough there to do anything.
Yeah. I agree. So you're number 4.
My number 4 is they were kind of disappointing last year. Actually, I'm hoping they get things turned around because I like watching them. But I have Calgary at number 4.
I think the team that I chose has made some improvements in the offseason. By adding Lyndon Vay, by adding Brower and Kachuk, and adding a whole new goalie tandem with Elliott and Johnson.
Yeah.
I think this will boost them, and a new coach, right? They've got a new coach this year, too.
Yeah.
I think they are probably one of the most improved teams in this division as far as making moves to improve. I put them, Calgary Flames, at number 4. So far, Howie, we have the exact same.
Yeah. The goalie situation. Yeah, it's just Hiller disappointed me. I thought he was going to be better for them, but I don't know.
No. Yeah, I did too, but they made the right moves. I think, as far as goaltending, and this will.
Yeah.
Really.
I agree. I agree.
So now my number 3.
Yeah, number 3 we're at.
Yeah. The team I chose really didn't make any big moves in the off season. They did get rid of Lucic and LeCavier, retired. The reason why I have them at 3, and they could be a solid 3.
I'm just surprised you put them low.
Well, this is the reason now I put them where they are, is because I haven't really seen them make any improvements defensively. They're not very deep defensively. They've got a great offense, but defensively, they are weak. They have no depth, and they really don't have a proven backup behind Quick. They have to rely on Quick to be healthy. Yeah. And so that's why I put Los Angeles at number 3.
Interesting.
And they could be a solid 3.
Yeah. My number 3 is a team that I despise.
I know who it is. I'm writing it down right now.
They're right up there with the Rangers.
Yep, I got him on. I've got him in here.
Only really big move off the top of my head that I know that they made was getting rid of Anderson.
Yeah.
So now they're left with Gibson and I'm not sure who their backup is now.
Bernier.
Pull up.
That's Jonathan Bernier.
Oh, that's right, Bernier. But I think they also now have, well, I guess not necessarily a new coach, but a old new coach.
Oh, and Tokarski. Sorry, Tokarski.
Yeah. So they have an old new coach again in Randy Carlisle.
Yep.
But I think with the coaching changing and whatnot, and I don't know, I just they could be number one, but I think that top three is going to be really tight. But I want to slide them in at 3.
All right. And my number 2 team is your number 3 team. I have Anaheim at number 2. Yep, they did get themselves a great coach. They did add Bernier as, I think, a solid backup to Gibson. And I think even though they got rid of Perrin and Horkoff and Anderson and McGinn, they are still a very solid team. They could be number 1, but I put them in at number 2, Anaheim.
My number 2 is, I guess. Well, one, I know they're all getting old. They're a team that's aging too. They're going to probably end up having to start looking at youth here and start going through a rebuilding stage again. But I have the Kings at number 2.
They are aging, but I think they need to make some defensive moves, man.
Yeah. I'm just afraid they're going to do the drastic move to where they're going to unload all these old guys, bring in new guys, and instead of being competitive, they're just going to take a tumble and go right down into the basement and start rebuilding.
Right. I think
which is not the way to build a team.
Right. They are on a slippery slope. So that means, Howie, again, we both have the same team at the top.
Yes. And San Jose, I guess I still think they're overrated, but I mean, I don't know, they're a solid team.
They are solid. They're solid. I think they have one of the best defenses, at least in the division. They are really tough.
Yeah.
Although I still question their backup goaltending behind Martin Jones, but I don't know. I haven't really got to see them perform, so... And they really didn't make a bunch of big moves.
Isn't that?
No,
they didn't. So with that,
yeah,
we now come to playoffs and the big question: who is going to be your wild card teams?
All right.
So, I guess to recap the top 3 teams that we know will be in the playoffs for each of our picks. In the Atlantic, I have Tampa Bay, Montreal, Florida. You have Tampa Bay, Florida, Montreal. Yep. In the Metropolitan, I have Washington, the Rangers, and Pittsburgh. You have Washington, Pittsburgh, and the Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
In the Central, I have Dallas, Chicago, Minnesota. You have Dallas, Nashville, St. Louis.
Yep.
In the Pacific, I have LA, San Jose, or San Jose, LA, and Anaheim. And you have San Jose, Anaheim, and LA.
Yep.
So with that, we shall next week reveal our wild card teams
Yeah.
and make our picks round by round and who we pick to win Lord Stanley Cup.
Yep. Yep.
And I already have my wild cards picked.
Do you?
Yes, I already have them picked.
I've begun on the East, but I have not done my West yet. Because I have to cry a little bit, and I have to ponder, and yeah. So I have to play each series in my head.
Yeah. One of mine will be a surprise, though.
All right. So, yeah, Howie, if you will put together that celebrity list to choose from.
Well, I think the All-Star game's not till February, so maybe we should pick each week. We each pick one celebrity each week.
All right. Well, we should have some people.
Up-
They can
up
email
until
us
close
or tweet
playoffs.
us who they want, and give us
Yeah.
suggestions because, yeah, we need a list of celebrities.
Well, we can do it as far as we'll each make our pick,
Yeah.
or maybe we each come back with the two picks like that,
Okay.
and then from those four celebrities, the audience could pick two, and they advance to that next round.
Okay.
So we'll start out. So we'll start out with four.
If 4 each.
Yeah. Well, no, two each,
Oh, okay.
and then after that it'll be two each because we'll just do week by week elimination.
Okay.
So each week there's going to be four celebrities, and then it'll just be
Right.
down to that wire, and then okay, this is who we want for the fans to vote.
All right.
This is who we want. So they got to make sure that, because you don't know what celebrity's going to pop up that next week.
That's right.
So you got to choose carefully
Yeah.
who you want to see behind that bench.
Hmm.
Here's your Western Conference. And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver.
Oh man. Yeah. Versus Eric Estrada from Chips. Oh man. All right. So with that, we are going to wrap it up here. We will put our picks out on the website so you can choose your pick for the Pacific Division. Thank you all for listening and watching the podcast. You can contact us at Jon and Howie at thepuckdropshere.com. You could visit our website at www.thepuckdropshere.com and check out our past episodes of the Puck Drops Here podcast, along with our picks from the other prior divisions. and make your picks. Also, we are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. We're also on Hockey Talk Radio. We're on 24. It's on 24 hours a day. Our show is on late at night. And then the other hours are filled with a bunch of programming to improve your hockey game. It's on 24 hours a day at hockeytalkradio.us. So check that out. And we will catch you all next week with our picks, our wild card picks, and I guess our first round, right? We're going to do first round? Or is it just wild card? What are we doing?
No, it's just the wild card. So we'll set up the playoffs.
Okay.
And then we'll make our picks later.
All right, so we'll do our wild card picks. We will talk to you all next week. Have a good one. We bid you all adieu.
Auf Wiedersehen!